Welcome to the Flop or Not podcast. This is the Oscar nominee version. I'm Ainsley.
I'm Cameron.
And I'm Katelyn.
And today we'll be talking about all of the Oscar nominees and who we think will be the winner and who we think will not win.
First up, we have sound categories, and the nominees are F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Surat. Surat's, I think that one's international movie, is it not?
Yes, it's Spanish.
Did you listen to that soundtrack?
Yes, I did. It was good, but it was a lot of like dystopian sounds, and it did fit the movie very well, but it wasn't like the best soundtrack I've ever heard.
I just recently watched Frankenstein, and I know this is another category, but I really love the costume design, but I don't think that the soundtrack was as good as it should have been, and I don't think that it should be in the sound category for nominees anyways. And I think personally my winner would be F1, just because there was a lot of original songs written for it, like Chris Stapleton and Tate McRae, and all of those songs were so good. Like, I genuinely loved it so much. What did you think, Cameron?
I agree as well. A lot of the songs fit a lot of the scenes and match the energy of the movie. I think Lose My Mind was a personal favorite by Doja Cat, Queen, but yeah.
Yeah, I like Doja Cat too. I think we all can agree probably personal winner is F1.
Yeah.
And then our second category is visual effects, and the nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners.
Personally, a lot of people liked Sinners, but I feel like their visual effects just weren't really there. I mean, they looked very natural and normal, but you can't really compare when you have two entire CGI movies like Jurassic Rebirth and Avatar Fire and Ash.
Yeah, I was going to say Sinners has the most realistic approach, but I feel like Avatar and Jurassic World really max out on like the CGI and basically just like all the fake effects that you wouldn't see in like the real world.
Yeah, because I think Avatar was basically an entirely CGI movie, except for that one character, Spider, the one guy. I feel bad for that actor because I feel like he doesn't have any clothes to wear when he's on set, but that's kind of weird, but yeah.
Yeah, they put a lot of details, especially into their creatures and their design. I know that it took them a very, very long time to make all of these movies, but I think like it's amazing to watch over time how the first Avatar to this one and then now the third one, to like watch how they make water, like CGI.
Oh yeah, the water
is
in
so
Avatar,
crazy.
the second movie, looks so good. Like it looks so real, but you already know that it's fake. But I think they filmed some scenes underwater too, if I'm correct. Yeah, and they had like the whole underwater camera setup, which was really cool. Jurassic World, that was the one with the guy from Bridgerton, right?
Yes.
I can't remember the actor's name.
Jonathan Bailey.
Yes. I honestly watched Jurassic World Rebirth, and I feel like they need to stop making Jurassic World movies. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I feel like there's too many, and they just need to stop. Like, you already put them on the island, and they blew up. Like, can we not anymore?
It's just like the Fast and Furious franchise. Like,
literally.
It's not even about like racing anymore. It's just about like how action-packed a movie can get.
Yeah.
Sinners, I think, honestly, like, Haley Steinfeld did really good in that acting, but I think just in the category for like visual effects, I think that Avatar by far is gonna win because that movie is entirely CGI and it looks really good too anyways. And then I think the third category we were talking about is actors in a supporting role, and the nominees were Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo for Sinners, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. Stellan Skarsgård, he actually did really good in that movie. I think it was like really different from what he usually plays, like especially because I know him from Dune, and he was completely bald and white in that movie, but he actually did really good in that movie. I think it was really funny. So I think he's actually a pretty top runner maybe for that because he's like such a like aged actor that he knows what he's talking about. But I do have to say, if I watch Frankenstein, Jacob Elordi, he did so good. I didn't even know that it was him in there, like, and the emotion that he like did portrayed through the character was so nice. What did you think, Cameron?
Yeah, I say his energy overall in the movie was really good. The acting scenes did seem very natural. It didn't seem forced, and I think he killed it in his performance.
Yeah, I would agree. Personally, I love Benicio del Toro. He's like one of my favorite actors, and he's so exciting. And he was really good in One Battle After Another, but it's really hard to put him up next to Jacob Elordi. Jacob Elordi embodized like he pretty much created a character that had to relearn everything. Like him acting as somebody that's never lived before and experiencing light and experiencing things like that was so amazing. And he really like he worked well with Mia Goth and Oscar Isaac. They just blended so perfectly. It's hard to make sure. It's like hard to compare him to other actors.
And
he's gonna
also
win.
the dedication it took to sit in that chair for 13, almost I think 13 hours to get that makeup on.
Yeah.
Like that's an actor in a supporting role. Like he should definitely win an Oscar for that, because like that's just that's crazy work. And then our last category is costume designs, and the nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. Honestly, I don't know why Avatar is in this category.
It's
I
hard.
feel like they're cheating it a little bit since it's all CGI. Like they didn't have to really get most things physical compared to the other movies.
Yeah, like they didn't have to actually make real fabric that they could wear that would, flow and move because it's all CGI. Like, it's not really costumes, it's just more CGI.
I think Frankenstein had really nice costume designs, like the way that they portrayed the red throughout the show, like kind of to represent Victor's mother, was really like very, very like cohesive throughout the entire story. But Sinners, I feel like for the time period that it was set in, I feel like the costumes were so like
Yeah, it was
on the dot. Like
historically accurate.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same about Marty Supreme. The clothes very fit the timeline, and each scene looks like it was really filmed from that time period. Like I think it was set in like the 80s or something like that, and you could really feel the 80s energy in that movie.
I know this has nothing to do with costume design, but I feel like in Marty Supreme, Timothée Chalamet actually looked like a real person. And I don't know if probably because the clothes that they dressed him in, but like the glasses and how they gave him fake acne scars, like he genuinely looked like a normal human being. And like I feel like that's what made the movie so much better. Plus like the costumes, obviously. And I do think that's going to be a top runner for costume design. But I feel like Frankenstein's designs were so extravagant that it's almost reminds me of the new Wuthering Heights movie that's about to come out. Like so extravagant, but like they're supposed to be time period pieces, but they're like revitalized, like they're new. And I think that's really cool about Frankenstein, which personally for me, I think Frankenstein's my personal winner.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard when you have a bunch of movies that are all timeline, like historical, like Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sinners, Avatar, like they're all supposed to be. It's hard to compare to some two movies that are like unworldly. Like Frankenstein could never be true, but their outfits were just so extravagant and color coordinated, and everybody had a specific fabric and color and everything. Like it's hard to compare those to timepieces. Like Hamnet was historically accurate. Marty Supreme was historically accurate. So was Sinners, but like how are you going to compare being accurate to creativity?
Yeah, I agree completely. So I think for the top runners for each category, costume design, we think Frankenstein. Actors in a supporting role, probably Jacob Elordi. Visual effects is going to be Avatar, Fire and Ash. And sound is definitely going to be the F1 soundtrack, because you already know I'm contributing to the majority of those listens on my Apple Music. That's all we have for this episode.
Come back next time, Mustangs.
Okay, bye.